Hello and welcome everybody. It's a talk with Toya. Oh, that might work. I like that. Well, we're here to talk about Black is King, a film by Beyonce, one of my faves. Let's get into it. COVID-19, racial injustice, dealing with Donald Trump's bullshit every single day of the week. Black is King, a film by Beyonce, is released on Disney Plus. Oh my God. What can I say? Initial thoughts, beautiful, stunning, artistic, and thought-provoking. Wow, makes me want to go take up African American studies. For real, makes me want to go and enroll into college. But fuck that, because I refuse to enroll in another PWI, especially during a time like this, to learn about my own people. But anyways, I'm just thankful. I'm just showing hella gratitude. And so that's what we're here for, showing hella gratitude to an amazing, stunning film by Beyonce and the Parkwood Entertainment Squad. And let's get into it. One of the very first things that I just really appreciated and loved was Beyonce's narration. The woman's voice is so soothing. It's the type of voice that you want to tell you to go to bed. That's the type of voice you want to hear before you go to bed. And she does a great job, especially when you think about the type of content that Disney puts out when it comes to documentaries and a lot of their content with the National Geographic. That narration is key. Sometimes that narration is just as important as the visual. And so when you're able to put those two together, just makes for an astounding piece of work. Just amazing. Another thing I really enjoyed was how she kind of stuck to her own visual album style. She truly took advantage of the opportunity to make something that she had never made before, but still staying true to the places that she has been before. And I think instead of just making a super glamorized, hyped up music video, they really made a film, and it was amazing the way that they put it together and the way that they were still able to tell all of those stories, but give us the music and the visuals that go along with them. The collaborations was something I really enjoyed as well. It was really dope seeing all those artists that I heard last year on The Gift actually take a front seat, be involved in this film, having roles and acting and, really playing the part of this film. And it was really, really cool to see it all come to life. Beyonce did an amazing job of just creating that area for them, creating that space for them. And some songs didn't even feature Beyonce, but they were just as fire, just as big, if not bigger, pun intended, than the songs that Beyonce headlined. Even when you think about a lot of the voice excerpts of certain individuals like Jadena talking about how he learned some of his biggest lessons of being a man through women, and it was just certain parts like that were just so beautiful, added so much texture to the already stacked and just visually pleasing and sonically pleasing film. And I just love the way that she collabs and she brings in people to really add to the experience that is just something beyond hearing her voice, seeing her dance, and seeing some cool clothes. She really exceeds all expectations, and I just loved it. And I really like seeing Beyonce collab with other artists outside her genre, outside of her world, and really giving them a place to shine, to show off that beautiful melanin, to express our experiences and what it feels like to be the melanated queens and kings that we are. For those who actually listen to The Gift, we know that it was a huge language barrier, and so it was really cool to connect a lot of those faces to the voices that I've been hearing for about a year now. And it was really cool to actually see the words that I've been singing, or seeing the phrases that I thought were English but they're actually a different language. It was really cool seeing all that kind of come together, and it was almost like just relearning it all over. As I said before, just just artistic. You know, this is something that I think can sit with you forever, because you'll keep learning, you'll keep wanting to know more about the artists that were featured on the album. I wasn't familiar with a lot of these artists, so it was really cool to, you know, put a face to a name and a name to a voice, and just be able to, again, dig deeper, find out more, and it's just primo stuff. So what I was mostly excited to talk about was the actual, like, music videos themselves. I think they do a great job of sticking to story throughout this whole thing, you know, starting off with Bigger, you know, you're getting like, oh, this is like a visual album, like this is what it feels like. And then as you move more and more into it, by the time you get to Don't Jealous Me, you realize that this is a story being told. This is more than just beautiful visuals connected to some amazing songs. Like, you just realize, like, oh, I'm really watching a film. And that's where it really starts to take a turn for me around Don't Jealous Me. You start to see the story unfold and see what they're maybe more of that symbolism turning into like story narrative. Oh, and she just keeps going, like, just keep up in the game. The story's being told. It looks great. It's beautiful. It just keeps, you know, going on and on. And then we get Mood Forever. This is when Beyonce is just flexing on us. This is when Beyonce is like, hey, don't forget. Yes, I know that we on Disney. Yes, I know we having fun and all, and this is a visual album, Lion King, whoop-dee. But she's like, don't forget who I am. Don't forget what I've done. And don't forget what I can do. And so Mood Forever is just, it's just that. It's a mood forever. And I just love it, the way that she just flex on us. Her and Jay come in, you know, he gives us his verse. I know everybody's not the biggest Jay fan. Most Beyonce fans, I've learned, aren't the biggest Jay fans. It's kind of like you just, especially females, they like just kind of deal with Jay because they have to, because B does. But at the end of the day, I love Jay, and it was really, really nice to see him play that character, getting his little acting on, and I can appreciate it. And man, it just continues to transcend from there as you start to get into Water, and then of course Brown Skin Girl, which is like a love letter to all the beautiful melanated queens of the earth. And it's just beautiful the whole time during Brown Skin Girl. I'm just like not wanting to cry, just holding them back, because I wanted to be in the moment, but I also didn't want to spend the damn video crying. Like, I'm such a big crybaby, so sensitive. But Keys to the Kingdom comes on, and it just, waterworks, they just all come flowing down. And I think it's because, like, Keys to the Kingdom to me feels like the very title of the song, getting those keys to the kingdom, the journey that you've taken to be the person that you've always wanted to be, or the person that you so not only desire to be, that you were destined to be. And I think the journey for a lot of brown skinned girls to love your skin, love the person you are, it feels like that same moment of getting the keys to the kingdom. Like, I have finally made it. I finally have gotten there. And so I think the emotions from Brown Skin Girl kind of transferred over to Keys to the Kingdom, and I just loved it. That part of the film really started to like tug on those emotional strings that I tend to have, and then we back to a party with Already, and it's just like, damn, like, oh, this woman, oh my god, this is just so lit. It's just so lit. We move through, we get into My Power. Also made me look at the song Other Side very differently. I wasn't a huge fan. That was probably like my least favorite song on the album, but I'm looking at Other Side very differently now. Of course, My Power looks great. Just the visuals connected to My Power. I can watch that over and over and over and over again. And then of course we ended off with Spirit, and I wasn't always a huge fan of the song or the visual connected to it when it first released, but the opening with the acapella and in the church with the choir just made me really look at spirit in a very different way. I absolutely love it. I just, I could hear that version every day, all day. It really moved me, and it was an amazing way to cap off the story and to end on a beautiful, beautiful note. If I had any takeaways from Black is King, is the title. Black is King. Black is beautiful. Black is the shit. Like, I wouldn't want to be anything else. My takeaways are my initial thoughts, beautiful, stunning, artistic, thought-provoking, like goat shit all day. And she really deserves this, her and her team. They really pulled together an amazing film. And, first, B is the voice of Nyla. And then she does the soundtrack. Then she comes the following year with an amazing film to cap off that whole experience and then release it on Disney Plus's platform. Come on, like, you talking about goat shit, and it's just true stardom. Like, Disney is lucky. You can't throw around that go word too loosely. I mean, that seems to be the trend these days, but I believe that this is a piece of art that will really resonate with the community and be kind of like a tool of storytelling for the African diaspora and the Black American experience, and how we have really turned our legacy into art. So yeah, that's how I'm going to wrap it up. Those are my final words about Black is King, a film by Beyonce on the Disney Plus platform, which is so sick. Like, again, cheers to you and all of the Parkwood Entertainment family that gave us such an amazing piece of art to hold on to forever. Yeah, y'all, this was my first time doing something like this. I look forward to talking to y'all more, and it's weird because I'm actually talking to myself right now, but in my mind, like, I'm talking to y'all. So of course, feel free to leave comments and or DMs so we can have like a connection beyond just you kind of talking to me through your device. It is just like we talking to ourselves but to each other, but then I don't hear you. Like, you feel me, right? Like, you get what I'm saying. But this has been a talk with Toya. Yeah, I have no real title for this just yet, so, I'm just kind of riffing at this point, but work with me in due time. But with that said, peace, love, and happiness, my beautiful Black people. I'm out.